2 weeks ago, Ye fans were expecting the release of Vultures 2, the second installment in Ye's collab trilogy with Ty Dolla $ign. We should have seen it coming, but not only did the album not release, but also it has been hella dry in regards to news relating to Vultures 2 following that weekend. It's been hella quiet for a minute now, but it seemed as if things were warming up. Ye announced a bunch of Vultures listening experiences for Vultures 1 and 2, meaning we were like, cool, we're gonna hear some new shit very soon. But all of those shows, minutes before I started filming here today, have been canceled. The album's allegedly supposed to come out May 3rd, and there's one show that hasn't been canceled so far, and that is the Egypt event for the 20th of April. We'll see what happens there. But there's still time for them to rearrange the dates. Don't really know what's going on with the listening experience business, but we have some more important news, in my opinion, to talk about than Ye and Ty just standing on a stage playing songs from the first album. Because Ye has involved himself in the beef that has had everyone in the music world talking, and that is the issue between Kendrick Lamar and Drake. We're going to get into Ye's relationship with both of them, his involvement with the matter, etc. All you need to know later on in this video. But of course, like we always do on this channel with the Vultures update videos, I'm going to go ahead and recap all the news we have gotten since the last time I put out a video, which I know it's been a minute. It's been 2 weeks. Went back to college. Give me a break, people. I've enjoyed this dry season. I can't lie. But let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into the news. And where we last left off was the Rolling Loud incident. So, Ye and Ty performed at Rolling Loud in California on the 14th of March. It was a Thursday night, and this event was a big deal for numerous reasons. Basically, in the week leading up to the show, Ye and Ty had some listening experiences where they premiered some new tracks of Vultures 2, and a bunch of insiders came forward and said at this Rolling Loud show, they're going to play a lot of stuff off the new album and use it as a launching point for the release of Vultures 2. Rolling Loud happens, we're watching shitty live streams off Twitch, and guess what? They played through Volume 1 and left. We've got some insight regarding the show now with hindsight. Basically, I guess Ye really hated the whole experience. Rolling Loud didn't go with the set list, and also, due to safety reasons, they didn't allow him to have the stage he wanted. Whole situation was a shit show. The morning after the Rolling Loud show, Ye and Ty would actually have an interview with Big Boy TV that was put out. It was recorded days earlier, but I thought it was a pretty interesting interview. Kanye was talking about basically Carnival going #1, and also furthering on his religious views changing over time, which I thought was really fascinating. But post Rolling Loud, it's Friday now, and we were all holding on to hope, looking for any information as to the album dropping this weekend, because despite the fact that Rolling Loud, they didn't play any new Vultures 2 tracks, there was still hope the album would drop this weekend. Spoiler alert, it didn't. The weekend was full of fake insiders and Photoshop DMs. Shout out KSJ Beats. But I am going to highlight one of the DMs that made some rounds in the Ye sphere, as this dude Baby Keem Memes would interact with Kanye, where Ye basically thought he was actually Baby Keem. He would essentially ask Ye what was going on. Are they working on the album Vultures 2, Vultures 3? And Ye would respond to that message, second album coming May 3rd. Now, obviously a lot of people were like, fuck, Vultures 2 is not coming out till May 3rd. Like, that was so far away. Remember, this was like mid-March. But also the way in which Ye responded to the question saying second album coming May 3rd, the second album listed in the question from our king Baby Keem Memes was Vultures 3. So there was speculation on this, but it would later be confirmed by another fan account that interacted with Ye in the DMs. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, rough weekend. Ye would then beef with Kai Cenat of all people, because Cenat opened some Vultures merch that was like way too big for him. The sizing's weird on the merch anyway, but he tried to do his stupid like 5-year-old little kid comedy that I don't even think's funny, and unfortunately Ye gave him attention. Thankfully he never went on the stream. There was rumors that he was gonna fucking go on there and talk to him, which would have been a mess. Really just need Ye to stay away from these annoying ass streamers. But nothing really else would happen this weekend, except for on Sunday, Don Toliver at his set at Rolling Loud, Ty would come out and they would perform Field Trip, which was pretty cool. But it's from here that shit got very dry. And the first kind of inkling of news were rumors that Ye and Ty were going to do a Vultures listening experience over in Egypt on the 20th of April, which, long time away. It would later be confirmed to be a real event that was going down. Like I said, it's confirmed now. It's the only event still set to happen at the time of this filming anyway. But interestingly enough, we would actually get some news about New Body in the week following that terrific weekend. Some of you may remember, pre-Rolling Loud, literally the night before that Wednesday night, St. Leon came forward with some information saying they got a new feature on New Body that was a female, so people were getting hype and speculating. And he would come forward with some more information saying essentially that Doja Cat was supposed to be on it. They sent it to her label like, hey, here's the beat, we'd love for her to put a verse down, but essentially her label said hell no, and she never recorded, so she's not going to be on the track. Meanwhile, as that news is circulating, Yes Jules is going through it on the Snapchat stories, posting a bunch of messages and DMs involving Yeezy information back when she was actually on the team. And in one of the text messages, she would essentially reveal that she sent New Body to both Doja and Ice Spice.
Gotta add here real quick. The Yes Jules stuff started circulating around, and then Doja Cat's like manager or someone on her label's crew or whatever on their Instagram account would comment on like a fan account posting that Doja Cat was supposed to be on it. And they would put like the cap emoji, like that's fucking bullshit. We never denied it. I mean, who the fuck knows? I just think it's interesting to note. I don't know why she would not send a verse in them. Who the fuck knows?
The big thing here is that Ye himself would post on an Instagram story saying that Ice Spice sent her verse in for the track, but her label will not clear it. So, man, everything involving this song is a fucking mess. If it actually gets released, like, what a miracle. Now we get to talk about probably the funniest thing that's happened since the last time I covered all this Vultures news, and that is on the 19th of March, beloved rollout character DJ Ferris, longtime friend and collaborator of Ye's, he would post on Instagram. He's a radio host for Power 92 Chicago, and he would post on Instagram saying, I'm premiering some new Vultures tracks on Power 92 tonight. And with the post, along with it, like the video he chose for the post, the audio was the track Welcome to My Life. Now, this is a song that Ye and Ty worked on back in 2020, and I mean, it wasn't crazy for them to bring back a song that was older. New Body is literally being talked about. We just talked about it minutes ago. But then he would post again, a second post saying, here we go, we're premiering this too. And the audio for that second post was Always, the long-lost Ye and James Blake track from late 2022. So everyone's losing their shit until it's confirmed to be all just fucking fake. Apparently some hacker got DJ Ferris's information and was like texting him shit or something, acting like they were Trackster, who's the guy who puts Ye's albums out on streaming now. Like, you can't fucking write this shit. Next day, we got some news regarding Ye working with Four Bats. If you don't know who Four Bats is, he's an upcoming artist. He's very new. There's rumors that he's an industry plant. I don't really know. I also don't really give a fuck because I like his shit. He's only got a few songs out, but he's got a really nice voice. And this insider came forward and essentially said that Ye is going to be on a remix of one of his tracks, which is called Act 3 on God. All of them are like Act 1, First Date, Act 2, blah, blah, blah. He's doing his thing. We got a snippet of that already. I'm excited to hear the final version if it does come out. But that's not the only track they worked on together, allegedly, because also they would say that Four Bats is on a Vultures 2 track and that Ye is on an upcoming EP of his. So we shall see. Very excited to hear them collab. Ye put him over a few months back saying he was his new favorite artist. So very excited to hear what Ye could do with that voice of his, man. Like, he brings the best out of people he collaborates with, you know? Around this point in time is when Ye Fanatics, the fan page that has had a lot of communications with Ye during this Vultures era, he would put out the screenshot of the DM between himself and Ye where Ye confirmed that they're releasing Vultures 2 on May 3rd. This was confirmed on the 21st of March, and man, they said Baby Keem Memes was a liar. He was fucking right this entire time. I don't know. There's no way that was a coincidence, right? I know a lot of people were like saying, is this guy a bullshitter, blah, blah, blah. I never really looked into it because I was fucking tired of this shit, but like, I don't know. That shit's funny as fuck. May 3rd seemed like a long time away at the time of receiving this news in mid-March, but there is a positive side out of the album being delayed all the way till May. Number one, we're avoiding a situation where Ye overworks himself too much, doesn't give himself enough time, has too much pressure on him, and decides to just scrap the album entirely out of stress and frustration, which unfortunately has happened a lot of times in his career. And number two, man, those Vultures 2 tracks we heard of the previous listening experiences, they sounded solid as fuck. They weren't finished, but they sounded really good. The potential is there. If they take their time, I don't think that Vultures 2 is just going to be as solid as the first album. I think Vultures 2 is going to be better. We'd see proof of Ye and Ty working hard in the studio on the 26th of March, as Ye would post on his Instagram story a picture of himself in the studio. But also, he would post a screenshot of himself listening to the track No More Parties in LA. And this is where we get into the whole Drake Kendrick Lamar beef. For those who don't know, Kendrick dissed Drake on a track off the new Future and Metro Boomin album We Don't Trust You. There's this track that K-Dot's featured on called Like That, and he throws a lot of shade towards J. Cole and Drake. The motivation came from a bar off Drake's track First Person Shooter featuring J. Cole, where on that track J. Cole says in his verse, "We're the big three, it's Kendrick, Drake, and me, J. Cole." So on Like That, Kendrick says, "Fuck the big three, it's just Big Me," while also going at Drake with a whole lot more of lethal bars in response to the numerous subliminal disses that Drake has thrown towards K-Dot over the past couple of years. Kendrick also on the song compared Drake to Michael Jackson for having the hits, but himself to Prince for being the more acclaimed artist, saying Prince outlived Mike Jack. Shit's fucking crazy, man. He ended it by saying, "For all your dogs getting buried, that's a K with all these nines. He gonna see Pet Cemetery." Jesus. So with Ye posting the screenshot of No More Parties in LA, a lot of people took that, including myself, as him showing solidarity with Kendrick, being on K-Dot's side, especially considering his longtime beef with Drake. That's been, 10 plus years now? But apparently, he ain't choosing no one's side in this beef other than his own, as he would post a statement regarding all of this on the 28th of March. In an IG post, Ye would say, "Everyone knows I washed Kendrick on No More Parties in LA. Everyone knows I washed Drake at the Free Hoover concert. Everyone knows I brought Adidas into this culture and I took them out. Everyone knows Lotta Denma, Virgil, Jerry, Kim all worked for me. I made Yeezus, Dark Fantasy, Pablo, Graduation, Throne, 808s. I made Runaway, Devil in a New Dress, Father Stretch. I'm the only person to come back to #1 after cancellation. There's only one GOAT. I stand with me. My friends call me Ye." So basically, Ye's perspective is, how are you even talking about a big three without me? He took all that conversation, all this discourse as disrespect. When we get to comparing Ye and Kendrick is where this divorce gets a little strenuous for me. But I, for one, out of all this, man, I just can't wait for all the fucking amazing music that's going to come out of all of this. Oddly enough, Sheck West would think that this was a great time for him to fucking just, I don't know, go off on Kanye. He would comment on that post and basically say like, "Yo, you're welcome for the #1. You stole my fucking flow from Mo Bamba for Carnival," which, what? I see the similarities with the choir sounds on Carnival and of course the Mo Bamba instrumental, but like, bro, this is hip hop. The backbone is samples and interpolations. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Not saying that it's okay to sample a track or copy it without giving someone credit, but I really don't see the comparison. I don't get how I can see how he drew the line and was like, huh? But like, if you really inspect both tracks, I don't see it. Ye would simply respond by posting himself listening to Mo Bamba, which, I don't know, W. I'm just so excited to hear how Ye uses that fire he feels from this big three issue into this upcoming album, because I have no doubt that he's going to use that as motivation to lay down some fire ass verses, and especially for all the people who have been complaining about him having fun with it, being laid back with his verses on volume 1, like, now it's his time to shine. One of the tracks that we already know Ye's got some bars on, expected for volume 2, is the song Take Off Your Dress, and just 2 days ago now, we learned that Ty has officially been added to the song. They've worked on a version now, according to this insider, where Ty is doing the vocals that were previously the sample, which a lot of people don't like that. Listen, I love Ty, I love his vocals, but like, man, we need that sample on the song. That's what makes the song so fucking tough, you know what I mean? We'll see what happens. Obviously, they're still working right now. Now we're at the point where yesterday they announced all of these listening parties, which actually, as of this filming, is today. And they were advertised as Vultures 1 and 2 listening experiences, meaning we were like, great, he's going to premiere some tracks. There was like 6 shows announced, a shit ton of them, 5 of them actually. And yeah, they've all just been magically canceled. I don't know if the plan is to reschedule them for a later date. The album is allegedly, according to Ye Fanatics and those DMs, coming May 3rd, so there's still time to do a lot of shows. But the one show that has not been canceled is the Egypt show on the 20th of April. So we'll see what happens with that one. So along with the Egypt show, we also are looking forward to Ye in an interview for Hypebeast magazine, in the like pre-interview description to get people to entice them to buy the magazine. They mentioned Vultures 2 and 3 and Ye talking about putting those out independently on his own, on an avenue other than streaming. So it's kind of vague with the description. We'll see what actually is said from Ye himself in the interview when it does release. And with that, we're pretty much caught up with all the news. I can't wait to hear some of these new Vultures 2 tracks and the progress that has been done. There's news from insiders that Ty's been recording for tracks that he hasn't been on yet, such as Enemies, so I'm hoping that Ye has done the same. Overall, I'm just really looking forward to hearing Ye more motivated on these tracks. I personally am someone who really liked him just having fun with shit on Volume 1, but of course, you got Ye pulling up with some crazy fucking lethal verses, like, bring it on. I'm never gonna fucking be against hearing that shit. I prefer it. May 3rd's about a month away. They got some time to really make these tracks as good as they possibly can be, and we'll just have to wait and see what happens at the Egypt listening event. But with Ye calling out Kendrick and Drake and all them, like, I have no doubt that I'll be back here very soon talking about whatever the fuck happens next. As shit goes down in live time, though, if you want to hear my thoughts on things before I put a video together and put all the work in and everything, you can go ahead and follow me on socials. On Twitter, it's at DigitalXDWNLD, and on Instagram, it's just Casey Culkin. And until next time, hopefully, feel like shit's gonna heat up. I'll see you in the next one.